And we move on to race number 3 at Sha Tin. This race is over the 1400 metres. Once again, a Class 4. We've got Ultimate Glory, the 10-year-old. He's 1 second up too. 6 starts, 1 win, 1 second, 1 third. So Awesome jumps to 1400 metres and draws much better this week in Barrier 2. Epta Wins his place first up. Win 33, broke his maiden at start 19. He has raced in Class 4 before. He comes back up in grade after that Class 5 win. And Taylor Made, the blinkers are off. 2 trials for 2 seconds prior to his race day resumption. Epta Wins, Tom, a little costly towards the back end of last season at times. He's been up to Chungfa.
He certainly was. Now the two that might lock horns early here are All for St Paul's and Momentum Happy. Momentum Happy, I think, is quite one-dimensional, probably does need to lead and have a soft enough lead to win. All for St Paul's are going to come across from gate number 10. More than enough to slot in behind them. Ultimate Glory, So Awesome there on the inside, put up a nice effort last time out for Joe Moreira, who takes the irons this time round. And Epta Wins will get back for Matthew Poon out of gate number 8.
Leading Fortune second up now, and look, he's come on from his debut run. Did finish towards the back behind Armour Star, but look, his work's been pretty good and he moves nicely. That's some 4-4-1 in the front there is Leading Fortune. The other one we have a look at here is So Awesome, who has come up the early favourite. A nice piece from him. He's closest to us in the blue saddlecloth, Joe Moreira board. And look, he really stretches out nicely in this piece. And up to 1400 looks ideal for him. And at Win 33, he got that win finally after 18 starts. So he's now a 1 winner from those 19, and he stretches out nicely down the back straight. Antoine Hamlin aboard, Barrier 1.
We'll have a look at his win coming up very soon, but we're going to start, Tom, with the old boy, Ultimate Glory, 10-year-old. Leading Fortune disappointing in this race.
He was. He ended up back on the fence there, Leading Fortune with Victor Wong, but a senior rider takes the irons this time round to Alexi Bedell. I mean, he was a bit keen down the back straight, I thought, to Leading Fortune, but I'd be willing to give him another chance, and certainly Ultimate Glory. He's got to carry the 2 more pounds this time round. He just ran into a nice horse here in Armour Star. He tried hard, but I think he can win this race, Paul.
Yeah, look, he's up 2 pounds, isn't he? So he's got to carry the 133, but the old boy doesn't know he's 10, and he's still racing well.
He's a big unit too, is Ultimate Glory. Move on from him, Paul, to So Awesome. This was over 1200. He's a horse that looks like he's been crying out for a bit further. Yeah,
definitely. By Rip Van Winkle, so you'd expect that as well for So Awesome. And you can see him in those stripes. Candy, well, not really candy, is it? Chocolate and white stripes. He's looking for a run, and then he finally gets out off heels. And I thought he hit the line really nicely. So with the extra distance, I think he's one of the major players in it.
He really caught the eye here in a busy finish out wider. He was getting home nicely. 22.42 was closing 400, and he only came up about half a length short in the end. Joe Moreira rides. Karastik was on board last time out, but on that run, you'd say he's a definite chance in the race.
He's the one of the two to take out of that race with more than enough also in it. Now, Tom, you're anti the long-standing maiden brigade, but Win 33 finally did it last time. Has he got any chance of going back to back?
Well, his record would say Class 4, no. 12 starts for just the 2 third placings. He finally broke through. He got to the line well enough. He came from beyond mid to field here, got a nice passage through the middle. But when he gets up into Class 4, Paul, does generally struggle. Yeah,
he does. But look, he's won a race. That's one thing. He's in form this season. So he's a 5-year-old now. Look, I put him in on a 4th line.
Carries 118 pounds. This horse, Paul, you've had a bit of time for in recent months, All for St Paul's, and he led up here turning for home and just got swamped late.
He did, didn't he? And he was really well back this stage, so there was plenty of money on him. Look, he's going to go to forward. He's got barrier 10. There's, of course, you've got Momentum Happy, so as long as they don't cut each other's throats, that's what worries me a little bit with him, but I still got him in there. I think he's still a good chance.
Yeah, another awkward draw for him. He's run the odd decent race, but he hasn't quite been consistent enough. I did throw him in on a minor line. He was pressed forward to the lead and just run down really over the last 75 metres there on the rail by Seaweed Fortune and Co. So I think he's a top 4 chance.
Epta Wins, Tom. He went green, he went brown plenty of times late last season. He's been up to Chungfa. Matthew Poon takes a claim. How was his trial?
Yeah, nothing wrong with his trial. He seemed to get on okay here. There wasn't really a lot of pressure in it, more of a jump out these 1,000 metre trials down the back straight there at Chungfa, but he was making good enough ground just behind the winner over the final stages. He was pushed up before the home turn last time out. I left him out in the end, Paul.
I put him in just because he's got quite a good fresh up record. He's still a maiden, but he's been placed twice. The horse that won that trial was one of the first starters, Amazing Rocky, later on in the card.
Seen this horse trial pretty well sometimes in the past, Paul. Taylor Made, he just can't do it on race day.
No, and I want to wait till I see that. You know, he's 13 starts and he hasn't finished in the top 4. They're going to try the blinkers off him. He was pushed out in this trial, and as they say, deal me out of him.
Yeah, this trial, he was run down by Chunghwa Spirit in the end, who goes round later on in the day. He's off a mark of 40 as well, so he is eligible for Class 5, and I think he might be able to do something there, but I'm happy to leave him out this time round.
And that is a comprehensive replay wrap of race number 3. What did you settle on, Paul?
I've gone with the 5 here, which is the favourite currently, So Awesome. I think he's really well placed up to 1400 metres. He's on top. We'll give If There Wins a chance. He's been placed twice. And the stable's going really well at the moment on seasonal debut. All for St Paul's, he's in there for third. He's beyond the pace, and we'll give Win 33 back into Class 4 a chance to run well again. He was consistent in Class 4 without winning. But I think the 5 can win this.
I've gone with the old stager here, Ultimate Glory on top for Zach Purton. He just ran into a nice horse last time out in the form of Armour Star, and he had a pretty good run in transit, really. One back, one out, and tried hard. So he's on top for Zach Purton. Leading Fortune, I think, can turn his average run around last time out. He's a bit keen in the run for an apprentice. He's ridden by a senior jockey in Alexia Bedell this time round. So Awesome in as well, as too is All for St Paul. So 1, 2, 5 and 9.
Seen a few of the old stages racing well. Winston's Lads, Circuit Hasler and Mighty Glory. Tom expects that to continue in race number 3.